Today I want to talk to you about the movie Wizards. It's a great movie. It came out in 1977, and I think it was only in theaters for about a weekend because it came out at the same time as the first Star Wars movie. Well, Episode 4, A New Hope. So, of course, today Star Wars is a huge thing. Back then it was kind of just like a new thing, but still, Star Wars was a huge phenomenon right off the bat. So, good luck competing with that, which is why this movie is very underrated. And it's rated PG because, well, as you can see, it's a cartoon basically, but it's very adulterated. Like, it has swears and violence and partial nudity. But yeah, my brother, sister, and I we grew up with this movie. We used to rent it all the time from the video store. I don't think we ever owned it because I think it was because we could never find it anywhere. Or I'm pretty sure we never found it anywhere. But yeah, this was one of the first movies I bought on DVD. It takes place in the future. It's made by Ralph Bakshi. Ralph Bakshi. Who, if you're not familiar with him, this is the only, I think, the only movie of his that I've seen. We also did the animated Lord of the Rings movies. I saw those as well as this, and I think that was about it. But it takes place in the future. The world was destroyed by nuclear explosions. Just the surface of the world was destroyed, and millions of years pass, and then the radioactive clouds and everything finally dissipate, and everyone was killed. But those who had survived, probably 10 million, maybe more, had been mutated. And then they lived in what was known as the Badlands, like all radioactive waste and toxic clouds, things like that, smog. Then in the good lands, which is still lush forests and oceans and all that, fairies and elves and all them, as you can see on the back, those are clearly elves, but they all come back. So, basically, a war erupts between I don't want to give too much away, but eventually a war erupts between the elves and fairies, between them and the mutants. It turns into a war. And the original, was it Montagar? Yeah, Montagar, which is the capital of the Goodlands, as they're known as. The queen of who eventually passed away during this. It goes from a movie to, it shows like these kind of cutscene type things. It's like looks like pictures from a book, and you hear this woman narrating, because it's supposed to be like she's telling you the story. So it goes from that to the movie. It goes back and forth, and so that's how it starts out. It's like a book almost, and the original ruler, the Queen of Montagar, she passes away, and before she died, she had a pair of twins, two sons, Avatar and Black Wolf, who were wizards. Avatar is a human, Black Wolf's a mutant, so eventually it turns from a conflict to them, and then it goes into, in the future, Black Wolf leads the mutants, and Avatar leads the elves and all them, as the movie progresses. And technology is basically, because it's more going back to like the Dark Ages or medieval times, technology has become basically illegal, or it's like evil, I guess you could say, because they're all going back to nature and everything. So the elves, who obviously use swords, bow and arrows, and spears and all that, maces, axes, etc. And Black Wolf's forces, the mutants, use those weapons as well, but they also take advantage of the fact that the other side doesn't use weapons like technology, so the mutants also have guns and tanks and all that, and other kinds of things. Black Wolf uses that to his advantage, including a ancient device. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, great movie. I guess you could say it's almost like anime, but it's a cartoon. But if you like something like that, I'd definitely look into it. Yeah, Wizards. check it out. It's a great movie. Till next